We all have our outcomes and goals, and sometimes we focus too much on the finish line. Enjoy the journey is a common phrase, but really, if we stop and think about it, all the work, growth, and enjoyment are in the journey, not the destination. We invite you to travel back with us and enjoy the journey that is I Got This.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the I Got This podcast with LEX and MGP. My name is Lex, and I've been a personal trainer over the last 5 years. Martha started her fitness journey with me 3 years ago, and over that time, she's lost over 60 pounds and changed her entire perspective on life. Join us each and every week as we talk about our journey together, healthy lifestyle habits, and of course, the I Got This mentality.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to I Got This with Lex and MGP. Lex can't join us today, but I am going to take us on the journey that is I Got This.
When did your fitness and health journey start? Overall, like before meeting me, when did you start?
So I was turning 50, and I just was like, ugh, I'm just so... I had resigned myself to, you know what, I'm just going to be one of those women that's fat. You get to that point.
Yeah.
That's just my lot in life,
Right.
It is what it is. But some friends were joining this new gym, and they were like, you should join in. And I always enjoyed, maybe going to exercise classes or whatever. I was athletic, younger, but it was just kind of like, well, all right, we'll try the next thing, and we'll just see what happens. But this was the first time it stuck. And this is the first time I've really ever weight trained as well. And so maybe that for me was,
The game changer.
the game changer, absolutely. I always knew I was kind of strong, but I didn't realize how strong I really was.
Right.
And so when I started weightlifting and I was actually pretty good at it,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and then my body responded positively as well. I always thought I had to get on the stair climber for a half an hour or get on the elliptical machine and, just pound out the miles, on a treadmill or whatever.
So that clip was from episode 1, where we explained how I got started on my fitness journey. In episode 3, we talked about why I decided to get a personal trainer.
Are you still working with a trainer? How can you afford to be with a trainer?
Oh, that's a
Why
good
are you
question.
working with a trainer?
Why?
Haven't you figured out what you need to do yet?
How do you respond?
So I talk about the good and the bad of
Okay.
having a trainer. Accountability,
Can't
obviously.
wait to hear the bad, but just kidding.
Those would start with B and end with herpes. But anyway,
Be herpes. That's funny.
anyway, but I always, when they're asking me if I'm still working with my trainer and why, a lot of times there's not a finish line for me, which in the beginning I thought there was. I'm going to do this for 10 weeks or I'm going to do this for 6 months and then I'm
Yeah.
going to be thin and then life's going to be great.
Right.
But there really isn't a finish line, and I've come to realize that. And, we're always making progress. We're always moving forward. I'm still learning. I like to learn. And my trainer helps me with that, which of course is Lex right here. But it's about accountability too and keeping me on the right path. So I don't go back to that previous version of myself that I wasn't happy with.
Right.
And so that accountability, that friendship, that motivation, when I'm not feeling motivated, hopefully she's bringing the motivation or gets me there and keeps that discipline going. And we are always trying new things, new exercises, new workouts, seeing what works, changing it up. There's a reason you hire a professional to help you in any aspect of your life. We have a stockbroker for our finances.
Yeah.
We have a plumber when the pipes aren't working in our house.
Yeah.
I have a trainer to help me with my fitness goals.
Heck yeah.
It's the same thing.
That's the thing that, obviously I am biased because I am a personal trainer. If you haven't caught on. If we're going to be the best of the best, you can't do it alone, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I thought, hiring a personal trainer is just going to be someone putting me through workouts. But there's more to it than just that.
A million times more.
We really knew we had something with our 2-part series on body image, episodes 8 and 9. Those probably brought us the most feedback early on.
The thing is, women and men, if you're not confident in yourself and proud of your body at 240 pounds, you're not going to be proud of your body at 170 pounds, 150 pounds of muscle. You will not be confident in your own skin, whether that is in 30 pounds lighter or 30 pounds stronger. if you are not confident in your skin now. So the thing is, we really have to think about like how we view ourselves. And I think it's really hard to do. It's something that we all have to learn. Martha, over your time, over the last few years, how do you feel like your image of yourself has changed?
When I think back to being the 50 pounds heavier, and I always just thought if I could just lose weight, I would be so happy. Or if I could just, lose 20 pounds, that would make such a big difference in how I perceive myself. And, there's a little bit of that, but it's not really, because it's just that I've gained confidence over this time in changing how I view my body and what my body can do. So that's really, it's not that I'm happier 50 pounds lighter. Because I still struggle with that to this day, that body image. And I think all of us do. I mean, I know you do as well.
We all want to. Here's the thing. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a professional athlete, if you are a bodybuilder. I don't care how perfect your body is. Everybody has insecurities. Every single human. It's just how heavy those insecurities weigh and how heavy they weigh on your day, in your mind, on your day-to-day life, and how that affects you, So like we all have got our thing. Probably we all will have our thing. I doubt there's anybody out there who is 100% okay with everything. That's why people get plastic surgery. That's why people get trainers and pay all that money to stay, beautiful and in shape and all that good stuff. But everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their thing to an extent. It's just how heavy you let that weigh on you.
And it can't dominate your life anymore. That's the lightness I think I've gained on this journey, is not just the losing of the weight, but losing the stress and losing the heaviness mentally that I felt feeling that way about myself.
Right. And taking control of it and taking control of how you let it make you feel. And
absolutely.
Gaining and learning to love yourself. That's the next thing. It's like you have to learn to love yourself where you're at and where you're headed. And that's the thing. You will never hit your goal. And we've talked about this. Like I will truly never hit my goal. You'll never hit yours, but it doesn't mean that, and when I'm not saying you won't achieve where you want to get to, but once you hit your goal, you're then gonna shoot for the next best thing and then the next best thing, because that's just goal setting and that's achievers. That doesn't mean that you hate where you're at. It means that you learn to love yourself in the now and you learn to be proud of where you're at and who you are and what you're becoming.
We've also shared some of our own struggles along the way. In episode 30, we got a little bit raw and honest with each other on why we weren't making progress.
I was like, what was going through your head at this point? And I'm not going to say exactly when it was, because everybody listening would be like, yeah, that was uncomfortable.
They'll probably figure it out anyway.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Yeah. And I said, like, why did you respond like that? Like, just because I feel like when we communicate, we have the best energy when we're super upfront with how we're thinking, what we're thinking and how we're feeling, we're able to have our energy in this podcast actually do well. So you said, Alexis, I feel like I am preaching, or you felt like you were trying to tell people how to act or what to do. And you felt like you're like, I'm not trying to do that on this podcast. That's not the goal of this podcast, really.
I felt like that's how it was being maybe received.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you should do this, you should do that, because I do this.
Which is not at all what my intent is, for sure. Right.
And neither is it mine.
Yeah.
We come from two different places. So I think that was a lot of insecurity. And when something's weighing on the back of your mind, if we were to continue this podcast and I were to say something that I was like trying to use you as an example, because you do really good at whatever this thing was. And I think you were like, yeah, but like, I'm not seeing results right now. So who knows if it's right? So that's kind of what we want to talk about, is our honest struggles right now as a coach, as a client. How far we've come, of course, is awesome.
Right.
But there are times when it's really frustrating. And when we hit plateaus, and as a coach, I'm frustrated because I don't know where to go sometimes. Let's talk a little bit more about that as we move through this episode.
And that's kind of what we were talking about, is when you asked why I had reacted the way I did, I was like, well, I feel like I'm pretending, kind of that imposter syndrome a little bit. And yes, I've made great progress in the last 3 years, whatever, but I don't feel like I'm making any right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm saying, oh, but I'm drinking my water or whatever, but it just feels fake a little bit right now because I'm struggling with some progress, and I want everyone to know that that's the way it goes sometimes, and that's real.
Yeah.
It's not just success, yay, all the time.
Exactly.
And of course, there are always lots of laughs. We're not always serious. Take a listen. Oh my God.
No, you were.
Oh my God. I'm losing it today. All
I
right.
know, we both are. This is horrible.
It'll be like our best one ever.
I hope so.
I was like, is that it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking you'd jump in.
Well, usually I don't. That's usually your thing. So give me a heads up. You need a sign.
Hey, you over there. Pop in here.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to I Got This Pod with
Wait,
Lex.
no, we need an intro.
That was the intro. That was the intro.
Okay, that was clearly the blooper. All right, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us this week, everybody. And Lex and I will both be back next Monday with a brand new episode. I got this.
Hey guys, thanks for listening this week. Please leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. For more I Got This content, please make sure to follow, like, and share on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or you can always go to our website, igotThisPod.com for more info. As always, thanks for listening. See you next Monday.